There she lay, a red golden dragon sleeping inside its cave dwelling, covering piles of precious treasures. Smaug lay resting on her side like a bat with its wings folded in. Bilbo started to approach, taking a gasp at his first view of the beast. He stared a while, quite a while, then ran through the distance to the beginnings of the first heap of jewels. Bilbo took the heaviest cup he could carry. Smaug stirred, opening a claw and snoring uneasily. Scared little Bilbo took off like a bandit. The dragon never woke. Bilbo fled down the tunnel back to the opening, his heart racing and short legs shaking. But he held that cup and thought.
I've done it. This will show them.
The dwarves all celebrated his return.
Good job, Bilbo!
Patting Bilbo on the back and congratulating the tiny yet heroic thief. But as the cup was being passed around, a rumble was heard in the mountain. And the ground beneath them began to tremble. The dragon had awoken. The dwarves cowered in fright. As she stretched from her slumber, Smaug noticed the missing cup.
Thieves, fire, murderer.
Rage filled the dragon. She let out a roar and took off out of the tunnel to the gate. Then flying to the mountain peak, oversaw the land in search for her thief.
It's no good here. Get to the tunnel.
My cousins! They're down in the valley! They will be slain along with the ponies!
Nonsense! We can't leave them! Give me some ropes! Be quick!
Smaug's rage grew in a whirling mass of horrible sounds. The dwarves began hauling up all they could from the valley with their ropes. When Smaug sighted them, she lit the mountainside with flames, burning down the ropes and destroying much of their supplies. The ponies were scared away from the camp and caught Smaug's attention. She followed them in pursuit.
That'll be the end of our poor beasts. Nothing can escape Smaug. Here we are, and here we shall stay.
The dwarves moved deeper into the tunnel and hid while they could hear the dragon's hunt grow near to them and fade once more. After time had passed, Smaug took to rest on her golden couch to gather back strength.
Should we try to escape now?
I don't think there's enough time, especially with no ponies. We must stick to our quest, men.
Could we fight her?
And what would you suppose? Your tiny sword?
Find her weakness, perhaps?
The dwarves trembled and tried to find a way to escape the dragon, but found none. Their anger finally found its way to Bilbo.
You brought this upon us, hobbit!
What else do you suppose a burglar to do?
Asked Bilbo angrily.
I wasn't engaged to kill dragons. That is warrior's work. If there's any grumbling to be done, I might have a say. You ought to have brought 500 burglars, not just one.
What then do you propose we do, Mr. Baggins?
I have no idea at the moment. At least not of removing the treasure, for that would require ridding of Smaug, and shooing off dragons isn't my expertise. Personally, I have no hopes at all. I wish I was safe and back home.
Then never mind that moment. What are we to do today?
Well, if you really want my advice, we should stay here.
Well, we didn't think of that at all.
Bilbo, ignoring the comment, went on.
Soon enough, we should be able to get fresh air, and after some time, maybe send a few to replenish supplies at the river. But I will make you an offer. I have my ring, and will creep down to see what the dragon may be doing. Perhaps some action can be taken tonight.
That's just fine with me.
We accept your offer. Thank you, little hobbit.
Bilbo readied himself for the journey and set off making the trip down the mountain to the tunnel once more.
Old Smaug is weary and asleep. He can't see or hear me. Cheer up, Bilbo.
Bilbo put on his ring and entered the tunnel. The dragon lay there as if fast asleep, but truly was almost wide awake and waiting for the thief. She could smell him in the air. Bilbo was about to step in when he saw her eyes scarcely open and dashed back out of view. He was too late.
Well, thief, I smell you and I feel your air. I hear your breath. Come along, help yourself. There's plenty.
Bilbo knew the trap and wouldn't fall for the dragon's lure.
No thank you, O Smaug the Tremendous. I didn't come for presents, but to merely see if you were as great as tales say. I did not believe them.
Did you now?
Truly, songs and tales fall short of reality, O Smaug, the chieftest and greatest calamities.
You have nice manner for a thief and a liar. You're familiar with my name, but I do not remember your scent. Who are you, and where do you come from?
You may indeed. I come from under the hill, and under the hills and over the hills my path led, and through the air I am he that walks unseen.
So I can believe, but that is hardly your usual name.
I am the clue finder, the web cutter, the stinging fly. I was chosen for the lucky number.
The dragon sneered.
Lovely titles, but lucky numbers don't always come off.
I am he that buries his friends alive and drowns them and draws them alive again from the water. I came from the end of a bag, but no bag went over me.
These don't sound so credible.
I am the friend of bears and the guest of eagles. I am ring winner and luck bearer and barrel rider.
Bilbo smiled, very pleased with his riddling.
That's better, but don't let your imagination run away.
This was the way to talk to a dragon. One is wise to not say his or her name, but also not refuse it. Instead, one must use riddling talk and waste time trying to understand it.
I thought so last night. Lakemen say some nasty scheme of those miserable tub-trading lakemen, or I'm a lizard.
Very well, old barrel rider. Maybe Barrel was your pony's name, and maybe not, though it was fat enough. You may walk unseen, but you do not walk all over the way. Let me tell you, I ate 6 ponies last night, and I shall catch and eat more before long. In return for this excellent meal, I will give you one piece of advice. Don't have any more to do with dwarves than you can help.
Dwarves!
Bilbo said in pretend surprise.
Don't talk to me, I know the smell. You'll come to a bad end if you go with such friends. Thief, barrel rider. I don't mind if you go back and tell them so from me.
Bilbo became uncomfortable and began to fall under the dragon's spell, daring to take off the ring and telling Smaug the truth, but courage saved him.
You don't know everything, O Smaug the Mighty. Not gold alone brought us here.
Ha! Ha! You admit the us. Why not say us 14 and be done with it, Mr. Lucky Number? I am pleased to hear you have other business and won't be wasting your time. I don't know if it occurred to you, but stealing this gold, even bit by bit, won't get very far. No use of the mountainside or the forest. And what of delivery? Armed guards or tolls?
Smaug laughed with his wicked and wily heart. Bilbo was taken aback. His thoughts had been focused on conquering the mountain and finding the entrance. He never thought of removing the treasure.
Have the dwarves forgotten this too, or are they merely laughing at me behind my back?
Dragon talk was beginning to consume Bilbo, but he remained loyal to his friends.
Gold was only an afterthought with us. We came over hill and under hill by wave and wind for revenge. Surely you must realize that your success has made you some bitter enemies.
Smaug truly laughed at Bilbo's presumption. It shook the mountainside, and the dwarves huddled together, thinking it was Bilbo's end.
Revenge? The king under the mountain is dead, and where are his kin that dare seek revenge? I kill where I wish, and none dare resist. I laid low the warriors of old, and their like is not the world today. Then I was young and tender, now I am old and strong. Strong. Thief in the shadows, my armor is like 10-fold shields, my teeth are swords, my claws are spears, the shock of my tail a thunderbolt, my wings a hurricane, and my breath death.
Bilbo became frightened.
I have always understood that dragons have a soft underneath, but doubtless one so fortified has thought of that.
Your information is antiquated, and armored above and below with iron scales and gems, no blade can pierce me.
I might have guessed it. Truly there can nowhere be found the equal of Lord Smaug the Impenetrable.
Yet Smaug had been caught in her lie, for Bilbo had already seen the dragon's chest on his first visit, and knew of the bear packs near her left side. Bilbo knew it was time to leave, and left the dragon with this.
Well, I really must not detain your magnificence any longer, or keep you from much-needed rest. Ponies take some catching, I believe, after a long start, and so do burglars.
Bilbo took off down the tunnel to the opening, but had not gone nearly enough to feel comfortable as the dragon spit out flames towards him. Luckily, the head and claws could not fit through the opening, and Bilbo made it. He stumbled a little, but made it back to the mountain. He had learned his favorite saying that day that would later pass into a proverb.
Never laugh at dragons.